Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. So today's video, I'm sharing with you how my husband and I built our son's farmhouse style bed. We knew we could do this a lot cheaper than buying one brand new, and we definitely pulled that off. The total cost of this project came right at $164, and that included every single thing you will need to do this project. This is a twin size bed, by the way, and I will be sure to I'll list everything we used below, but let's go ahead and get started. So, got the chop saw out and we got all our wood ready. We are going to start by cutting each of these. These are the 4x4s. So what we're going to do is cut the footboard off of both of them, so I have the long length for the headboard instead of, it's kind of hard to explain, but I want the headboard to be a lot taller than a footboard, so we're cutting it, I think he said no, I don't know where we're cutting it. I'll let y'all know though. I don't know, it just feels low, but we're gonna have to.
We got 10 inches, and then we got 11 inches right there.
Okay, so then you have a couple inches above where the bed's
and I can always take my sawzall and cut it, but see, we did a little higher, that way all your 2x4s
would fit.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, okay.
You're changing your mind now.
I'm not changing my mind. I just want to make sure I know what we're doing here.
But don't, that's the problem. We're just winging it.
You know what? Some of the best projects come out by winging it, okay?
Just wing it.
What'd you say?
2 3/4 feet.
2 3/4. Okay. It needs a new blade.
Yeah, I know.
Wow, look at you.
I can make good cuts now.
Oh gosh. I know all them jagged cuts we did with the saw before. It's good though. Okay, so now we gotta figure out, stand up the headboard.
What do you mean, these pieces?
Yeah. To see. Oh, I know what we said. We were gonna take it in the room and then figure out how high we wanted it, right?
I mean, right now it's kind of...
Duh, this is way too high.
You gotta edit this.
I know. I'm gonna have to edit a lot out probably. Jeez. I think, what's this height?
Right in there. I think you're right.
Are you done? Are you done? Are you making it?
I said right there.
I know. But I feel like you're...
I thought we said 4 foot yesterday.
We did, so where's 4 foot?
Right about where your hand was.
Okay, so right here?
Nope, down a little bit.
Right here. Where's that? Right there?
That red mark. Yeah. Let's see, for some reason we got marks right here, like that's where the 2x4
No. Remember? Because
okay. So you want to cut them both down to 4 foot for now?
No.
No.
No, let's leave it a little higher because I want to figure out how many 2x4s I can fit up, remember?
Okay, so 5 feet?
Yeah, let's just go ahead and do 5 feet. Actually, how tall is this? Because we can do this as a brace in the...
What, the whole thing?
No. How tall are we doing the bed off? Like where the 2x4s... Okay, so let's cut one to 10 inches so we can put this underneath the bed. Like in the center of the bed as an extra support so it doesn't bow in. You see what I'm saying? That would help. So what is that? 10? Yeah, let's do that. And then we'll just leave this pretty high for now until we get in the room and figure out how many slats I want to do. Okay? So this is the part where I was getting kind of confused.
Yeah, now we need to hold these up. In the middle are the only thing that's going to hold these together though. In this part.
Yes. And no, what I'll do is we'll do these. The 2x6s will go along the on the inside, so the 2x6s will sit right here.
So they'll sit on the inside here, from here to down there.
Yeah.
And
then what I'll do...
They need to be 80 inches, right? From end to end?
Yeah. That's the clearance that the bed needs for it to fit. So 80 to here to the other side of the footboard. not from there, from like here to there.
Yeah, I know.
So it'll be like this. We
Exactly.
need this board to be 80 inches, correct?
No, you're 80 inches from outside to outside. This board's going to be smaller than that.
No. See, that's what I'm saying.
No.
The bed
Okay.
needs to be in here, and I believe it needs 80 inches of clearance. I think you need to go measure it one more time. Because the bed will sit into the frame. The frame will kind of stick out a little bit further than the bed.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so yeah, you're right. These need to be 80 inches.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can cut these 80 inches right now.
Okay, do you want to go double check to make sure that's the clearance before we cut these, because these were really expensive.
Clearance, you can think.
The clearance for the bed, however long the bed is, the length of the bed, how much, because we need a little bit over what the bed is. I don't want it to be super tight. This is what happens whenever you wing projects like this. You don't know what you're doing.
Get somewhere up. Get somewhere up.
Oh man. I think it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Who cares? Ah! Yeah, look at my leg. What? What? You dancing, babe?
Camera on right now.
Huh? It sure is. He wants to do it. He wants to do a circle. So for today's video, I wanted to make this more of like a vlog style and share the fun and all the things that happen behind the scenes. Those are my favorite parts of doing projects, so I just want to share more of those with you guys, so I hope y'all appreciate that. And we are just kind of winging this project, like we said. Like, we really didn't have a plan to follow. I knew I had an idea of what I wanted based off of some ideas I got off of like Ashley Furniture website and Pinterest and stuff. But as far as like the bed we built, we just built it, and it came out the way it came out. And I'm so happy with it. But right here, he was just getting ready to pre-drill the holes for these lag bolt screws. I don't know if that's what they're called, but I'm saying that. That's what they are, lag bolt screws. So we went with those because they're more of like a farmhouse look, and they also are super sturdy and strong. So I don't have to worry about his bed frame falling apart. Okay, so now moving outside, we are cutting the 2x4s that are gonna go across the bed to hold the mattress up. So in our case, my son's mattress it's a pillow top mattress, so it kind of has like a box spring built in, so it really didn't need to have a piece of plywood going across, but that's always an option if you feel like you need it. Why are we holding that? Why are we holding that just now?
To make sure I was getting that in the right spot.
I was thinking you were going to screw it in any second. We're just too good at this. We build beds for a living, honey. Want to get in the bed building business? Alright, it's down a little too low. It needs to be up just a hair. I really don't think you need to pallet hole it, do you? Huh?
And screw it.
Ask a new child to see. Alright, now let's cut it out. Wait! You got the worst mouth, huh? Those aren't magnetic.
I know, I need to go get my bed because this one's garbage.
Wait, make sure you're up. Make sure you got your 2x4.
Ciao.
I'm just saying. Is that Zoe trying to get in there? We're not done yet. deal. Oh, we're not wood gluing anything. Oh my god. We forgot to wood glue. We should have wood glued this.
Well, it's too late now. I'm not taking those back off.
Well, we need to wood glue the rest of the stuff.
Okay.
So it's not squeaky. Hopefully this don't get squeaky.
Go get it.
How did we forget the most important part? Here, I can't get this open. Alright, so, well, maybe. Probably not.
That's a
On.
twist.
I thought it did. Babe! Oh my gosh. They used to twist. So every time we work on a project, we make mistakes and we learn from them and we get better and better each time that we build things. And honestly, that is just the joy and the fun part about building projects. You'll never get it perfect the first time unless you're like a professional, which we are not. So we definitely have made plenty of mistakes, but we just keep on pushing forward. So to put these 2x4s in place, we are using 2-inch wood screws and we are just countersinking those in so that way I can wood fill them and you'll never know they're there. And then we also used some extra 4x4 posts that we had. We had cut those down to 10 inches. That way those could help support the mattress. The moment of truth. We're gonna put the bed on, see how it fits, and then I'll decide how high up I want to do the headboard and the footboard. So we shall see. And then right here on the front, I did these bolts just so it looks better. I think it's way too wide. It just looks wide. But maybe not. No, look at it. Oh, snap. It did. Is it too long, though? Did we mess up with the length? No. Well, look at it. What? We built a bed. It looks so good. Once we get the headboard on, it'll really support it, because that's really not being supported much right now. Dang, look at us building a little bed. Cool. Okay, so here's the thing. I think I want to go to here. We'll go right above that knot. Okay? Because I like the knot in the wood. So we'll do right above this knot, because I like the way that looks. Oh, it's perfect. I could just cry. I don't know why. So right here, he's working on cutting the headboard pieces, and these are 37 inches long. What you thinking? What you thinking, Joe? Alright, so the pieces that I'm sanding the edges of now, these are actually going to be the headboard. So I wanted to go ahead and get a little fresh, clean sand on those, and I know this seems extreme, but it was really important to me that I made sure that the knots in the wood were, you know, just the way I wanted them. So I went through and I kind of like puzzled these together to make sure I had exactly the look I was going for. And I also decided to write my son like a little note on one of the boards. It's something that only we know is there, and I don't know, it'll be there forever. And it says, "Mommy loves you, Caden, sweet dreams," with a little heart. And then he also drew a little picture on there. And like I said, that will be there for the rest of his life. As long as we own this bed, it'll be there forever. And it was just a super special moment. So now we are screwing in these, still using the wood glue. We actually hit a couple bumps in the road right here. This is when we realized how uneven the 4x4s were. They weren't uneven as far as like where we screwed them in, but the actual 4x4s are kind of bowed and twisted a little bit. So it was really difficult to get the wood in there. We decided to just kind of figure it out the best we could, and then I would just go along the edges and wood fill everything so it had a seamless look, because unfortunately that's not what we got originally. But we made it work. Like I said, you're gonna hit bumps in the road along the way, but you just have to keep going and just figure those out as you go, and that's exactly what we did. And by the way, we are using 5-inch screws for this. Actually, no, we were using 4-inch, and my husband actually sunk those in a lot.
Oh, that's sorry. I didn't think I was.
Hey, that's my love. Bet you're mama's boy.
Yep, and you.
Aw, and me? Oh, I love you.
And down side.
Hold on.
Oh, no,
Mommy's
ready to
got
try.
Mommy's got to get the wood ready. Hold on. Stand up for a minute.
We need to slide it back just a hair more. We need to slide back.
You like it, baby?
Yep.
Mommy's got to paint it, and this will look really cool.
Stain it. Stain it.
And down side.
Do this where you need it.
Mom.
Where you want. Ow! That was my finger I squished.
I don't know why I was laughing. I didn't wood glue it. You're not giving me a
I
moment.
don't even know how you want it.
I'm trying to figure it out.
Figured it out.
Figured it out.
Look at that.
Trying to figure it out.
And now side.
Okay. It's gonna go flush with this one, where that 2x4 is.
Wait.
It's yours now.
It's one.
Down, and mine needs to go down.
So this is going to flush in, not flush out.
Yes. Yeah. So we went ahead and finished off the footboard the exact same way we did the headboard. And then Dylan is taking his saw and we're going to cut this extra bit of the post off. We decided to leave these up originally, like I said, just to see how high I wanted the headboard. I wasn't sure until I got the bed on, and then I decided, you know, how high up I wanted it. But I am going to use this plastic wood filler to fill in all of the gaps on the headboard. I originally bought this one because it had a squeeze tube, and I thought the golden oak would give it like a darker stain color, but unfortunately it did not. It did not stain very well, and it happens. It is what it is. I just had to deal with it, and it still looked good in the end, but I wish I would have used just your regular non-colored wood filler, because I feel like because this is colored, it didn't take to the stain as well. But I went ahead and filled in all the rest of the seams just like I did this one. So since I really did not like the way the other wood filler was working, I decided to switch to this one. And this one starts out pink and then dries to like a wood color when you know it's done and it's nice and dry, so you could sand it down. And I really preferred this one. The only downfall with this one is it didn't come in a tube, so it was really hard to get in the creases. But then I went ahead and took my little sanding block and sanded down the bed in the areas that really needed it. I didn't really focus too much on the spots that the bed is going to hide, but I worked on the areas that, you know, were visible, that I also needed to make sure that my son didn't get any splinters or anything like that. So I sanded it really well to make sure it was nice and smooth. So after sanding everything down, I went in with my vacuum and really cleaned everything really well to get all the dust and debris up. This is really important, especially when you're working with stain and sealant. You want to make sure that your entire surface is nice and smooth and clean. So like I said, right after sanding everything down, I took the vacuum and quickly cleaned everything. And then after doing that, we are going to move on to staining. And the stain that I decided to use today was the minwax wood finish penetrating stain in the color Early American. This is my favorite color. Oh, I love it. So darn good.
That's gonna look good once you get it all stained and creases and everything. It's crazy, you can't tell where we screwed the holes on.
Alright, so y'all don't laugh, but yes, that is a grocery bag around my hand because I always forget to buy the gloves. I don't know why, but I always end up forgetting, and I don't want to get stain all of my fingers and fingernails. So I just put my hand in a Walmart bag and just wrap it around my wrist, and I just use a old washcloth to stain. This works the best for me and I can get it done super fast. It only took me a total of 10 minutes to get the entire bed stained. That's pretty quick for the size of a bed, I feel like, so I got it done. By the way, in those edges that look like I missed areas, I didn't miss any spots. You can see right here I was trying to touch them up and make them a little bit darker, but this type of wood, there's some areas that just stain a little lighter than others, and they just so happen to be in the creases. So don't worry, I made sure that everything was nice and saturated and even as best as I possibly could get it. But I'm just going to work on staining this, and then we're going to move on to sealing it. So to get all the way down to the floor on the post, I just took paper plates and slid those under there so that way I could stain all the way to the ground without worrying about getting it on the floor. It worked really well, and I'm sorry I didn't film that part. I was just kind of at the end of this project and I was just so ready to get it done. Okay, so moving on to the sealant, I'm using the minwax polycrilic in the satin finish. This is my favorite finish to use on wood style projects. Anything with wood, I really like to keep more of like a, not super shiny finish. I don't like a very, very glossy finish on wood. I want it to stay a wood look. So that's why I chose to use this one, and I am just using a paintbrush to apply this. And I did a total of 2 coats because I felt like I really didn't need any more than that for this bed. But here is the after. I am so happy with the way it turned out. Y'all let me know what you think in the comments below. I appreciate all of your feedback so much. If you think my husband and I could get into the bed building business, let me know. I'm just joking. But anyway, if you want to see how we styled this bed and how I decorated his room and everything like that, make sure you're subscribed. I will film that in a separate video. But thank you again for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, y'all.